All right. Welcome back, everybody, to a big quarterfinal day. And we go on. We've got Sinner versus Tien. And then probably the most random match of the set of quarterfinals today. Gibson versus Noskova. Noskova just took out Eala. Gibson has had a crazy run, taking out Palini, Towson, Alexandrova. So Gibson's having a career best week. 21 years old, both of these ladies. They've never played before. It's a first time meeting. They also didn't play in juniors. I tried to find any information, but they didn't play in juniors. So yeah. And then we've also got Sinner versus Tien. Of course, Sinner coming off that Fonseca match. Tien trying to get another shot at Sinner to see if from last year when they played, if he's improved. So yeah, let's see what's happening here. The winner of this match between Noskova and Gibson at 30 all here, as Gibson hits a winner, 30-40. Will play Sabalenka. Winner of the Tien Sinner match will play Zverev. So that's how the lineups will go. I'm pretty sure tomorrow's women's semi-final day. I don't think the men play tomorrow. Because I'm just thinking of the schedule. I don't think all of the players that play first play tomorrow. Unless they change the schedule. But I don't think so. I think it's I think tomorrow's only the ladies are playing. And then the men play on Saturday. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they changed the schedule and tomorrow's semi-final 1 and 2. I don't know. Anyways, deuce. We're just waiting for Sinner and Tien to come out on court. Who's going to win these matches, though, Chet? Let me know. Who you got? Yeah, the men don't play tomorrow. And the ladies don't play on Saturday before the final. That's how it's always been, so. All right, 1 second, chat. We get the deuce. All right, advantage Noskova. Big moment for Gibson. It's her first big run at the tournament. So, exciting to see. As an Aussie, we don't get much excitement. Unfortunately, through the tennis years, we've had Demon. Obviously, Ash Barty. Kyrgios has been there. Kokkinakis has had some stuff. Joint's been good lately. We've got Dasha now as an Aussie. Dasha Savil's an Aussie. She's been around. Tomanovic has had moments, but I mean, I can literally name them all. So, but Gibson is another nice new face for Australian tennis. She'll be playing. I mean, Birrell was good last year too. I think Birrell's playing right now. We've got Emerson Jones in the future. Hichikata had a good week. So yeah, it's been a good tournament for the Aussies. Besides, Norrie kicking everybody out. All right, first game goes to Noskova. By the way, chat, we're going to talk about the crowds a little bit because it's very, very empty in the stadium for Gibson and Noskova. We know why. We explained it why. I got to say though, if I paid for a Stadium 2 ticket and I'm sitting there with another 100 people there, I would feel like there is something about going to a stadium that's full and the vibe and the energy and the atmosphere of that. If you go to a tennis match and there's only 100 people watching or less than 100 people, it just does not have, you lose all of that. And I feel like part of buying a ticket, if you're going to spend the money to buy a ticket to go there, you're spending money not just to watch certain players, see the matches, but also to get that atmosphere. Like, I'm not buying a ticket I'm not spending over $100 to sit in a quiet stadium with no atmosphere. Like, that's crazy. So I hope next year, and they probably won't, but I hope next year they go back to letting the ground pass in. Because even if you spend like $100 to sit in the front row, at least you've got people that have spent for the ground pass. At least there's some atmosphere, even for a match like this. Because people outside that have a ground pass that can't get in, but if they could get in, they might just go there because, oh, well, we'll just go check out that match. Like, I feel like they're just losing that. And it's part of the fan experience of going to the tennis is feeling that, like, energy of the crowd, even if it's in a match like this. But there's just there's no crowd. So how can you have that energy? It is hot, by the way. It is hot. So maybe they have sold out, but no one's there because it's too hot. That's true. There is maybe it's too hot. But even in the shade, it's pretty empty. All right. Gibson holds 1-1. Tien and Sinner are just starting up as well. But yeah, I feel like it's very... God, it's not a good look at all. I'm interested to see the next match, whether or not that gets more of a crowd just because of the names, but I don't know, man. It's not, and by the way, I'm not the one bringing it up. This has been talked about all week. There's been night matches with Madison Keys that have had no people. Medvedev played the other night with no people. So it's not just me, Semi-finals women tomorrow. Thanks, Hadar. Hopefully you're staying safe. As the return goes out by Gibson, 30 love. But yeah, it's just really, yeah, it's tough. By the way, a lot of people there's not that many people at the Cinematch yet either. But you would think that maybe after the first match they went to get lunch and they're going to come back. And we'll wait and see. If we go to a second set here, we'll see how the crowd looks after the second set of this match. Maybe people just left because they were hungry. But, man. Just brutal, man. All right. All right. 40-15, Noskova. As Noskova holds 2-1. First set. So Tien and Sinner, they've played one time before. It was the Beijing final last year, 2-2 to Sinner. So let's see if Tien can get a little closer. I don't expect him to win, and if he gets a set, that'd be fantastic. But I think the result that Tien, the best result for Tien would be a closer straight sets loss. Like the very least, right? The minimum bar is win more games than last time. I think that should be obviously he's going to be playing to win, but if he leaves the court and it's 6-4, 6-4, that's better. That's progression. That's improvement, right? Now, Tien hasn't been playing as well as he was in Australia. And I noticed that in the last match we watched when we watched him play for Kina. A lot of errors from Tien. A lot of errors. Can't afford to be doing errors. Cannot afford the errors against Jannik Sinner. All right. As they warm up their serves. All right. Annoying how dynamic pricing is never used to lower the price when there is less demand. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Look, look. We're talking about ticket pricing. So tonight, I'm going to an Australian rules football match, right? Which is and it's round one, so opening rounds, right? It's like it's opening week, right? I'm going, and I spent $60 to go for a general admission ticket, and I'm sitting up the top level of the stadium, right? I'm in the nosebleeds, like actually, like right up the top. But it's still a good. I mean, look, this stadium's got 100,000 seats, so like it's a big stadium, and I'm up in the nosebleeds. But it's still, it's like I'm just there for the vibes. I spent $60. I know that I'm going to get my money's worth tonight. It is going to be so worth it. There's going to be a crazy crowd. Hopefully the match is good. Hopefully the game's good. But like $60 to be in that environment where there could be potentially 70 to 80,000 people, that's worth it. And if my team win, even better. Tennis is a lot smaller. Tennis is like this is like 15,000 stadium. Ticket prices are more expensive. And you're not guaranteed to get the vibes, especially on court 2 right now. But also you're not guaranteed to get, you're never guaranteed to get good matches, right? But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's like $60 to guarantee at least to get because I love the atmosphere of going to a sporting event. Like that's my favorite part. You walk in, you walk up the stairs and then you see the stadium, or you see the inside of the stadium. Everyone's like going nuts. There's music playing. It's just crazy. Whereas walking into an empty stadium, I feel awkward. like I'm going for the vibes. And if we win, it'd be great. But I've been to Chad, I went to the Australian Open qualies during COVID, right? When they weren't letting many people in. It was like that. It was you'd walk up and it'd be like a hush. While the players were hitting, you could hear them hit the ball. There was no atmosphere at all. But that was a different time. Whereas this is 2026 Indian Wells quarterfinals. All right, Sinner 7 first, 30-15. I'm going to go Sinner in straights. As Gibson hits it out, Noskova gets the break. 3-1. Am I taking you to the game? No, I can't stream. I'm not streaming. I'm not streaming. Also, the internet's really shit in the stadium. They don't have good internet in the stadiums. All right, 30-15 here. Sinner with a good serve, 40-15. $40-15. And Sinner serves a let. Gibson just getting warmed up. I hope so. 15 love. Sort of backing out from Tien into the forehand of Sinner. And Sinner in the net. 40-30. $40-30. Also 30 love here. Noska is Gibson in the net on the return. Let me have a look. What's the schedule looking like for today? What have we got? What's happening? Oh, so Pegula and Raducanu don't start for another 3 hours. So if Sinner and Tien's match goes quick, we've got some time. As the lob goes up and wide by Sinner, and we get the deuce. All right. Tien. Tien starting strong. Deuce. All right, 4-1 Noska in 16 minutes. Also, the Svitolina-Swiatek match does start in an hour, so yeah. All right. Deuce, good serve from Sinner. And he gets to advantage. Advantage Sinner. Advantage Sinner to take the first game of the match. All right, Sinner holds. 1-love. Now, when they played last time, it was in the final of Beijing, and it was 6-2, 6-2 Sinner, just over an hour. 9.0 was the performance rating for Sinner that day. Tien with a 7.5. So not the best day for Tien. And you got to remember, like, big final, 500 final for Tien, playing Sinner for the first time. That's a lot to do, right? That's a lot to take in. On the forehand side, Tien was actually pretty good. 8.5 and an 8.0 on the backhand. So his ground strokes were respectable. Sinner was an 8.8 and 8.2 on the ground strokes. 8.7 serving from Sinner. So Sinner's serve and returns were elite. 10 aces from Sinner. Tien did hit 6 double faults when they last played. So that will obviously be something to consider as he serves an ace. That's his first ace against Sinner, because in the first match they played, he served 0 aces. So first ace of the day of the rivalry. 24 winners, 16 errors for Sinner that day. 11 winners, 18 errors for Tien back in that day. Tien's forehand hit 7 errors, and the 6 double faults were the biggest error issues. As he double faults, 15 hole. Something that Sinner was doing really, really well when they played was the forehand. Like I said, forehand was great. Inside-out forehands were looking solid. He was winning a lot of points with the mid forehand. Not really, sort of keeping the ball central. Not really going cross court, but like start hitting from the middle of the court when he was hitting the forehand mid. That was his best thing. And he was also coming in there a lot at Sinner as well and hitting some decent volleys. What Tien was struggling with when he played Sinner was, because remember, he's a lefty, so he's hitting the cross-court forehand to the backhand of Sinner. It was the forehand. It was really let him down. The backhand also into the forehand of Sinner. Backhand cross-court to the Sinner forehand cross-court was a little bit of an issue as well when they played last time. As Tien with the forehand into the backhand of Sinner. Sinner up the line. That's a great shot. Tien gets it. Sinner forehand cross. Tien with the backhand on the stretch. Sinner backhand in the net. Great rally from Tien. All right. So far, much better start from Tien. Much better performance already. I want to know how many, who's the last lefty to beat Sinner, because I can't remember. What's his record against lefties? 39-10. Last time he lost to a lefty, Shanghai, 23, Shelton. It's been a minute. 2.5 years. As Tien hits that one out. And it's 40-30. 40-30. All right. Gibson in big trouble here. 30-all. Already a chance for a double break for Noskova. I see him backhand approach. Then comes out with a drop volley in the net. He played a good rally. Deuce. As Noskova gets to 30-40. All right, deuce here for Tien. As Tien serves the fault, second serve. As Gibson forehand goes in, and she gets back to deuce. As with a forehand now from Tien to the backhand of Sinner. Tien forehand up the line. Sinner goes cross court with his forehand, and then Tien backhand down the line winner. Now, I want to know what the because we talk about steal and conversion scores. If you don't know what we're talking about, well, you had to be here yesterday. I did a big, I explained it a lot yesterday. I want to know because I feel like something that Tien would be very good at would be stealing points. So winning the point in a defensive position is what a steal is. He did steal a lot of points when they played last time. 37% steal score. Conversion is the other one where you win points when you're in an attacking position. You win the point. But yeah, he actually was pretty good, as you'd expect, because he is a bit of a counterpuncher. Noskova double break. 5-1. Ugh. Why did you make me watch this, Joe? Lucky it's a double header, otherwise I'd be crying. So far, Tien's steal score is at a 67%. So he's won 4 out of 6 points when he's been in a defensive position in the rally. So that's pretty good. That's going to be something that he's got to work on as Sinner hits a 4-game winner, and that ain't coming back. Advantage Sinner. All right, Noskova double faults, love 15. With a chance to win the set. All right, first serve is a fault. Second serve, Tien. Double fault. That was a problem when they played last time. That was a problem. And 2-love, even though Tien's played a solid couple of games, he's got nothing to show for it. And it's 2-love Sinner with the break. All right, back to Sinner. 2-love. Noska for 15-30 here. She tries to serve for the first set. Backhand from Sinner goes to forehand Tien. Forehand from Sinner into the net. Love 15. Yeah, Noskova is struggling a lot with the sun down the far end. Ratings for Sinner's backhand is what, a 5? Sinner's backhand look terrible right now. Sinner's backhand rating right now is 6.9. So yeah, not his average is at 8.6. So yeah, way below average. His backhand at the moment. So a forehand now to the forehand of Tien. Tien in the net, 15-0. Yeah, Sinner's serve, forehand, and returns are in the 9s. And then below 7 for Sinner on the backhand. So yeah, you're right. His backhand is at the moment is really, really poor. 9.6 on the backhand from Tien. And an 8.8 on the forehand. So Tien on the ground is playing phenomenal. And you guessed it, his serve is the thing letting him down. So yeah, Tien's having Tien. If Tien can avoid Sinner's forehand right now, he could maybe get the break back. Because Sinner's backhand is the issue. But Tien's also got to serve better because he's like that. That's why he got broken. He double faulted. Anyways, forehand now down the line is in from Tien. Another great shot. 15-30. All right, Gibson breaks back. One of the breaks back. 5-2. Let's go. All right, 15-30. Chance for Tien to get back to break. I think this rating thing is misleading. Well, then don't listen. 15-30. Ace down the T, Sinner. Clutch. 30-all. If you don't like it, you can come back another day. 30-all. Dr. Phil is on his phone. He must be watching the streams. Hi. Hi, Dr. Phil. 30-all. As a return goes to forehand to Sinner. Back forehand from Tien to the backhand of Sinner. Into the forehand of Tien as Sinner backhand. Again to the forehand of Tien up the line as Sinner goes cross court. Into the backhand of Tien. Sinner forehand again. Into the Tien forehand. Sinner with the backhand on the stretch. Tien on the attack with a drop shot. And Sinner with the passing shot winner. Too good. What a rally though. I think Tien was after it. The drop shot wasn't a bad idea, but Sinner just got it and put it away. But what a rally. All right. 40-30. I tell you, 3-love is a misleading scoreline because Tien has been better than 3-love. This has been competitive. This has been a close set so far. 3-love is not accurate. It should be 2-1. Maybe even Tien with a break. But Sinner's just won the important points. That's the only difference. All right, Gibson serving to stay in the set now. 5-2. Towson. Noskova. She played Towson already. It's Gibson double faults. Love 30. I tell you, I think that in the Noskova-Gibson match, they're really struggling with the sun. Serving in the sun. They're both really struggling. A lot of double faults. As it a 4-0 from Sinner up the line. Cross court, Tien goes long. 3-love Sinner, but don't get it twisted. It is closer than that. On the ground strokes, they are battling. The only difference is that one service game that Tien got broken because he double faulted. That's the difference. A double fault is the difference. 2 double faults are the difference. That's it. Noskova love 40. Also, Tien's not winning too many first serve points. So, Sinner's return and Tien's double fault. Sinner's playing at 9.5 performance rating, by the way. All right. All right. Relax. Relax! Relax. As Noskova hits it in the net, 15-40, one saved. Still set point for Noskova. Gibson serves to the backhand of Noskova. Return goes in. Gibson backhand winner inside out. Beautiful shot. 30-40. Winner of this play, Sabalenka, by the way. And the winner of the Sinner-Tien match plays Zverev. I'll tell you, Zverev's going to be liking what he's seeing because his backhand today was phenomenal. And if he can backhand to backhand with Sinner and Sinner's backhand's doing this, Zverev's going to like his chances. All right. Now we get the deuce. Backhand return from Noskova goes in the front of Gibson. Gibson hits it out though. Advantage Noskova. To get the first set as Tien serves. Let's see if he can hold here because he's better than the score suggests for sure. He is 3-love is not a fair assessment of his game so far. All right, advantage Noskova. Serve out wide. Double fault. Oh, man. Sloppy set for Gibson. But Noskova takes the 6-3 first set. I'm sorry, 6-2 first set. All right, 30-love. All right, 30-love. Serve again from Tien is a fault. Second serve. Who is winning? Who do you think is winning Miami? I don't know. Sabalenka. Forehand to forehand rally as Tien overhits it. And it's 30-15. Are your stats accurate on showing the TM match? It should be. Oh, hang on. I have to refresh. Good. Thank you for telling me. Sorry. Now it's accurate. It was still from the last match. My bad. There you go. That's it. Thank you. But 2 double faults. He's hit 8. All right, 30-15. As Tien hits a 4-1 winner down the line, just crushes it. 40-15. All right, Tien holds. Good serve. Much, much better. Much better. 3-1 Sinner with the break. How was Mboko Sabalenka match? Competitive. Very competitive. Mboko unlucky. She played a very good match, but Sabalenka was great in the tiebreak and got the one break, and that really was the difference. A tiebreak and a breaker serve were the difference, but that was very, very close. All right, Sinner serving 4 aces already. Sinner's backhand is getting better, by the way. So the Tien strat of attacking the backhand might not last very long. All right, 15 love, serve to the forehand of Tien. Forehand for Sinner. Into the backhand of Tien on the stretch. Sinner goes down the line to the forehand of Tien, who goes back up the line, but misses. 30 love. By the way, it is interesting. Tien is playing. He is playing a lot more aggressively. And like I said, the only difference is a couple of double faults in the first game of the match. As Sinner hits it out, 30-15. By the way, chat, if it is stinking hot and we're playing during the day, let's keep an eye on Sinner's. It is actually probably really hot. Tomorrow's gonna be hot too, but they're playing at night tomorrow, so it doesn't matter. 91 degrees right now, no humidity. So this is like Australian weather. 0 humidity, or like low humidity, high heat. I mean, desert heat. So let's see. Tien's gonna have to grind it out, but let's see how Sinner plays it out as that goes in the net by Tien, 40-15. So yeah, we'll keep tabs on what Sinner's body language is, because this is definitely the type of weather that we saw him struggle in Australia with. 40-15. By the way, no roof, so they're not going to shut the roof because they don't have one. 40-15. Sinner serves into the forehand of Tien. Return goes out, and Sinner holds 4-1 first set. And we've got break points here for Gibson to start the second. 4-1 Sinner, but again, it's been a lot closer than that. Should be on serve. Just the double faults in the first game of the match for Tien is the difference. As that goes in net by Gibson, and it's deuce. I feel like Tien's performance is dropping. No. He is. He's still playing at a high level. Sinner's just playing at a higher level currently. Performance rating at a 9.5 for Sinner, 8.5 for Tien. That's good for Tien. Like, that's a high level from Tien. Tien's average performance rating is a 7.25. So he's playing well above his average, but Sinner is also playing above his average. Sinner averages a 9 performance rating, and he's at a 9.5. So Sinner's playing better, but Tien's playing very, very, very well. Better than he's played, probably better than he played the last match too, because remember, 2 days ago, when he played for Kina, that was not a solid. He did not play well then. And he got through, but he didn't play as well as he's playing right now. Yeah, he was at a 7.8, which is below his average. Or was it, what did I say? What was his average? Can't remember. 7.2. Above, it was above average, but yeah, below, like he's playing better now. Much better now. Again, the difference being 2 double faults in that one game. Breakpoint Gibson. Backhand goes into the forehand of Gibson. Forehand out from Noskova. And then Gibson with a backhand up the line. Gets the break. Love the performance rating. I do too. I feel like it's just such a great... Like, it's just such an easy way to explain what's going on. It's just like, this person has this number. This person has this number. It's just so easy. It's so simple. By the way, performance rating is based on a bunch of algorithmic data. It's not based on opinion. It's based on data, right? It's based on math, science. It's not based on opinion. So, yeah, that's why I like it. I think it's just such a great idea. And they couldn't do it if they didn't have Hawkeye and all the technology we have these days. But I feel like it's just such a nice way to just be like, this person is playing near perfect, and here's why, right? Because this, and this. I just think it's great. Such an easy way to straight away go, okay, who's playing well, and go, okay, well Tien's losing, but 4-1 is misleading. Because how many times, chat, as Tien hits a winner for 30-0, how many times have we watched a set that's been 6-1, but it's gone for 45 minutes, and people coming into the chat and they're like, wow, so-and-so is getting killed. And you go, no, it's a lot closer than that. But if you look at the score, you're like, wow, 4-1, Sinner is dominating. No, he's dominating on the scoreboard. But it's been a lot closer than a 4-1, and now it's about to be a 5-1, and we know it's been a lot closer. And then to look at the performance rating and go, yeah, Tien's playing at a pretty decent level. Sinner's just playing better when it matters. And also Sinner's playing at a decent level himself as Tien hits a good serve and we get to deuce. So yeah, it's I feel like it's just so good. As with a backhand down the line from Tien. That's a great shot. Advantage Tien. Beautiful volley there from Noskova. As we get a backhand return now from Sinner. Forehand from Tien into the backhand of Sinner. The backhand of Tien. Sinner backhand to the forehand of Tien. Into the backhand of Sinner. Tien forehand to the forehand of Sinner. Oh, great shot, Sinner. Tien slices it long. Nice work. Oh, Tien just grabbed his leg. His right leg. He just sort of stretched that one out. He did move he has played a lot of tennis, Tien, this week. We know that. My commentary's at an 8.3 right now. Don't worry, I'll get better. I'll take an 8.3 to start. Return goes into the forehand of Tien. Off the tape, but doesn't go over. Advantage Sinner. Advantage Sinner to take the double break. Advantage Sinner. And Sinner slices it back into the backhand of Tien. That's a great shot. Sinner gets there with a forehand on the stretch. Tien forehand cross. Sinner backhand goes into the volley of Tien, but Tien in the net. Man, again, it's this close. It's not, it feels 5-1 is a. It's a disservice to how good Tien has been playing. His serving has been just the thing that's let him down. And again, one game he got broken because of 2 double faults. That game, again, got the deuce. There was a couple of opportunities, didn't take them to hold the serve. It's only been 3 break points for the match. Sinner's converted 2. Yeah, this scoreline doesn't do any justice to Tien, who's played very, very solid. I'll say your commentating's at a 9.3. Thank you. That's generous. Nice shot from Gibson, by the way. She's up 2-love in the second. All right. Tien with a 4 in the net. Sinner, 15-love. Well, chat, you're a 10 in my book. All right, Sinner, by the way, they're showing the forehand shot quality. For this match, it's a 9.5. His average is an 8.8. And that just sums it up there. Again, Tien is not playing poorly. Sinner is just playing better when it matters. All right, ace from Sinner, 30-love. $30-love. All right, 40-love. Good serve again. Sinner set points. Serve to the 4 to Tien. Return to the net. Sinner wins the first set 6-1. Again, doesn't feel like it was that easy for Sinner. 8 winners, 12 errors from Tien. 8 forehand errors. So the forehand of Tien letting himself down towards the end there. Sinner, he hit 6 service winners. So aces, which again, Sinner only hit 2 ground stroke winners in that set. The serving really did help Sinner. That was the big difference. 9.6 with the performance rating for Sinner in the set. Crazy. 4 backhand errors from Sinner. So Sinner's backhand, better than Tien's forehand towards the end, but that was definitely... Tien's forehand let him down. I mean, I said in the start, Tien's forehand was on fire. As the set went on, Sinner's backhand improved and Tien's forehand let him down. But... yeah, a lot of forehand errors from Tien and the serving as well. But Sinner, ridiculous. A 9.6 on the forehand for his shot quality and a 9.6 performance rating. 8.0 for performance rating on Tien. So yeah, 9.6 is insane. Just to give you some context, from the last match with Sinner playing Fonseca, when it comes to that number. So Sinner, when he played Fonseca, he finished at an 8.9. So, yeah. Sinner's playing better than he did against Fonseca. Yeah. Fonseca, by the way, was at a 9.5 second set of that match and lost. So that was pretty crazy. But yeah, but again, Sinner winning the points that matter, clutching out those pressure points, right? Is there a stat for that? Let me check. Can I see any stats for pressure points? I'm sure there must be something. Let me have a look. Let me see. Oh, I can see what's going on with... So yeah, Sinner is really going after the Tien. He's actually mixing up pretty well, Sinner, to backhand and forehand. So he's not really going for Tien's backhand or forehand. But he only had 2 winners on the ground, Sinner. That's really unusual. I'll have a look. Where can I find... I have to do some research. I can't find where it is. Anyways, 30-love. It's on the screen. Also 30-all here. Gibson trying to hold the break. We do have a few matches coming on after this. All right. As Gibson gets to 40-30. And Tien's at 30 all here. And Gibson holds 3-1, second set. All right, 40-30 Tien. First game of the second. Has to hold. Has to stay in front. Backhand from Sinner into the forehand of Tien. Up the line. Sinner gets it back and hits it in the net. All right, Tien, 1-love. Cam, you're watching an Australian? Yeah, because it's a quarterfinal and we watch all the quarterfinals of these tournaments. But Gibson's coming back strong. She's doing all right. She's doing better in this second set. All right, here we go. Sinner to serve. Sinner's serve quality is off the charts compared to his average. First serve, a fault by Sinner. Second serve. We've got about 3 hours until the next match starts on center court, so there is some time. We also have some big matchups coming up later. All right, love 15 here, Tien. So yeah, winner of this match for Tien, Sinner plays Zverev. Winner of the Gibson and Noskova match takes on Sabalenka. Return goes back into Sinner. Forehand now from Tien into the forehand of Sinner. Tien forehand. Getting the forehand of Sinner. It's Tien with the backhand cross. Sinner gets it with the forehand up the line. As Tien cross forehand again. Sinner backhand goes in the net. It's love 30. All right. Love 30. Love 30. Love 30. Chance for a break. Love 30 as we had a fault from Sinner. Second serve. Also Gibson with the break. 3-2 first set. The second set. As return goes in from Tien to the forehand of Sinner. Tien with the forehand to the backhand of Sinner. Tien. Forehand up the line to the forehand of Sinner again to the backhand of Tien. Sinner with the forehand off the tape. Oh, it goes in! Tien couldn't get there. 15-30. That's unlucky. That's unlucky. Couldn't have worked out any better for Sinner, that shot. Had that have gone a little bit deeper, Tien would have got it. Had it gone in the net, Tien would have won the point. So, that was one of the unluckiest net courts for Tien at love 30. Probably wins the point if it goes a little deeper, or if it goes in the net, he definitely wins the point because that's how tennis works, or if it went wide. All right, Sinner, 15-30, still not out of trouble. As a return, goes in the forehand of Sinner. Sinner sprays it wide. And Tien's got break points here, 15-40. 15-40. First break points against Sinner's serve today. 15-40. Sinner serves. A fault. Second serve. Into the forehand, backhand of Tien. Forehand from Sinner up the line. Tien goes forehand cross court. Sinner backhand again. The forehand of Tien who goes down the line of the net. Ooh, he had Sinner moving too. 30-40. One saved. By the way, did Darren Cahill and Michael Chang play tennis against each other? They must have, right? I always love the coaches' rivalries in their playing days. They must have played. They were a similar generation, maybe. Maybe they played, maybe they didn't. All right. 30-40. And then an ace. See, when you get in a rally with Sinner and you've got a break chance and you don't take it, he's going to ace the next one. So you got to take, like, when you're in the rally, you got to take that chance when you have that opportunity to break. You got to. I mean, yeah, because he's going to ace you the next time. That's the clutchness of Sinner. (2-0) in favor of Chang. They played twice, once in '89 Los Angeles, and it was Chang straight sets on an outdoor hard court, and then on an indoor clay court in the final of the Davis Cup. It was against Australia, USA-Australia. Chang won 6-2, 7-6, 6-love in that 1990 Davis Cup finals, where Australia played the US on an indoor clay court, which is the strangest thing to even think about. It was in St. Petersburg, Florida. Yeah, sure. Sinner holds 1-0. Yeah, okay. Australia versus USA on clay. Now, I guess back in the 90s, Chang had won the French Open. Courier was pretty decent on clay post that, in the early 90s, right? Agassi. Yeah, so I'm just having a look at it. The team was Agassi, Chang. They played the singles. And then on the men, we had Pat Cash play doubles, Darren Cahill, Richard Fromberg, and John Fitzgerald. So it wasn't the Leighton Hewitt, Pat Grafter Australian team yet. We're about 10 years away from that, or 5 years away from that. So yeah, 3-2, and America won 3-2 on an indoor clay court in Florida against Australia. That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. What were the words that I just said? What the hell does that even mean? Yeah, we're going to play Australia on an indoor clay court in Florida. Okay, I guess. I mean, Michael Chang won the French. That's why that happened. And also Agassi, he was an all-court player, right? All right, 30-love. And Australia making the final of the Davis Cup with that team is interesting. Anyways, there's some danger here for Tien. He is in pain. He has got some pain in that leg. He hurt his leg in the middle of that first set. He struggled with that leg, and now he's still struggling. Serves an ace out wide, 40-love. It's the right thigh. He hurt it in the first set, and it's still bothering him. 4-2 Gibson, by the way. As Tien double faults, 40-15. So Tien's starting to hit big serves. I don't think he wants to rally. I don't think he wants to rally with Sinner anymore. If that leg's bad, makes sense why he's trying to hit massive serves on first and seconds. Return goes in from Sinner to the backhand of Tien. Forehand from Sinner. As Tien backhand again, the forehand of Sinner up the line to the forehand of Tien, who goes long on the forehand down the line. 40-30. Still a chance for Tien to take the lead, but I reckon he's going to get the trainer out soon. All right, 40-30. Second serve, Tien. Big into the backhand of Sinner. Sinner hit the line. Tien let it go, and it bounced in. Deuce. Yeah, this is... you can tell that the way that Tien's playing, he doesn't want to... He doesn't want to play long points. On the second serve, he's hitting big second serves. Serving the forehand to Sinner, forehand from Tien into the Sinner backhand. Tien with the forehand up the line is good. Sinner gets up with a slice, but it's long. Nice shot from Tien. And it's advantage Tien. By the way, Noskova's hit 8 double faults in this match. Her serve, compared to the last match, is horrible today. The sun has to be the difference. She serves an ace, because of course she does, at 40-30. She serves an ace because I mentioned her serve was not good today. I'm sorry. I was unfamiliar with your work. As with a forehand now cross court into the backhand slice of Tien. Lob goes up. Sinner lets it bounce. Goes in. To the forehand of Sinner. He's back on the baseline as we get another backhand from Sinner to the forehand of Tien. Tien hits it wide. Back to Deuce. Back to Deuce. All right, serve again from Tien. He's trying to stay in front here as he hits a drop shot, but it goes wide. And it's advantage Sinner. Advantage Sinner to take the lead with the break. As the return goes into the forehand of Tien, up the line to the forehand of Sinner, crossed into the backhand of Tien, and Sinner goes into the forehand of Tien, and Tien goes in the net. And Sinner gets that break. That was 40-love. And Tien's leg is definitely an issue. Let's see whether or not he gets a trainer out here. Okay. 2-1. 4-3, by the way, in the second set for Gibson against Noskova. I can tell you this. The crowd is definitely... There is a crowd forming on Stadium 2. So there's more people there than there was at the start of the match. They are trying to sit in the shade. So yeah, there is very hot today. But still, up the top level, there is a lot more empty seats than people. All right, Gibson's got the break in the second. Winner of Sinner versus Tien versus takes on Zverev. I'll tell you, if this version, if Zverev plays well, I know Sinner's playing very well today, but Tien's pushing him, or did push him. I'll tell you, if we know Zverev can push Sinner, he's done it before. So I feel like we might get a more competitive matchup there if Zverev plays the way he did today. All right. By the way, center court's going to be empty for the next 3 hours after this match. No trainer for Tien, by the way. No trainer. Sinner's playing at a 9.3 performance rating for the match at the moment. His forehand at a 9.0. His backhand is still lacking, though, 7.8. So if Zverev plays Sinner, and Zverev's backhand was phenomenal today, if Zverev can serve well and his backhand is as good as it was today, and he goes backhand to backhand with Sinner, there might be a little bit of opportunity there for Zverev. If Sinner doesn't play better than today. The big thing today, Tien's forehand, 14 errors already. Sinner's had 6 backhand errors. Sinner's serve is the only thing that's really outstanding. He's only hit 2 winners on the forehand and one on the backhand and a return winner. So, yeah, I mean, his forehand is 9.0, but he's only got a couple of winners from that. It's not... his forehand's not producing winners. It's just either forcing errors or it's putting him in a winning position where he can force Tien to make errors, or Tien feels the need to go for something crazy because the forehand is scary. All right, smash from Zverev. Is Federlina beating Swiatek? I don't think so. All right, we get a let. By the way, Gibson up 5-3 in the second. Let's go. 30 love here, Sinner. The winner of this match plays Zverev. Winner of this match, the ladies' match plays against Sabalenka. All right, 40 love Sinner. As the backhand from Tien sliced into the slice of Sinner, crossed into the forehand of Tien. Sinner backhand again, the forehand of Tien. Off the tape from Tien. Drop shot Sinner. Tien with a forehand winner. Down the line, 40-15. $40-15. $40-15. Sinner serves again. Sinner to consolidate at the break. Good serve down the tee. And Tien hits it out in the return. All right, Sinner, 3-1 second set. As Noskova serves to stay in the set. God, those are some wild glasses. Look at those sunglasses. Those are big sunglasses. Ace out wide, Noskova. Complete domination. This is not even close. Okay, so you weren't here at the first set. As we get a let from Tien. All right, Gibson's going to serve at the set. Nice serving from Noskova. It's actually disgusting how slow the courts are now. I don't understand why the powerful elites in tennis... Oh, God. Sorry, I'm sorry, you lost me. You lost me. I'm sorry. You lost me. Love 15. Anyway, that goes in it by 10, love 30. Whenever someone starts talking about powerful elites or propaganda or using all these political words... And, you know, and then putting it into a tennis point, I can't do it. Sorry, bro. I can't do it. We're watching a game. It's fun. You're using... You know what I mean? Just go on now. Anyways, return goes into the forehand. I'm just waiting for you to be like the middle class or something. I don't know, like, you know. The working class. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, like, you lost me. Love 40. Sinner to get the double break. First serve's a fault, second serve. As the backhand return goes in from Sinner to the backhand of Tien. Sinner with a forehand. To the backhand of Tien. Into the forehand of Sinner. As Tien with the backhand up the line goes long. And Sinner gets the double break. But you can clearly see Tien is going for too much. He did hurt his leg in the first set. But yeah, you can tell like he's going for shots that he probably wouldn't necessarily go for. And yeah. Unfortunately, he hasn't had a medical timeout though, so That's a good sign. It means that maybe it's not. It's maybe more fatigue than it is. Maybe it's cramp, right? Than an actual injury. But yeah, or maybe Tien's just a tough son of a bitch, and he's just like, you know what? I might be hurting, but I'm going to play anyway. I don't need no timeout. he might just be stubborn. He's like, I ain't going to need no time. I don't need no doctor. I'm going to play until my leg falls off. All right, 4-1. Gibson serving for the first set, 30-love. Fonseca was truly the real challenge. Yeah, look. Did Fonseca play better against Sinner than Tien? Yes. But I don't think this is a fair representation on how good Tien is. And this is coming from a Fonseca fan, right? And I think Fonseca's got the highest ceiling of all those guys. But this isn't fair to judge Tien off this. And to compare him to Fonseca off this match, the first set was a lot closer, right? Tien had opportunities. Serve let him down. And then the second set, you can tell that he's going for too much. He's trying to hit the ball for winners. He doesn't want to rally out there. And maybe you might think, because he's panicking because he's scared of Sinner. Nah, it's because he doesn't want to have to use his leg as much as he can. Like, he's going for big second serves. Just to give you a comparison on his to tell you, like, to show you why, like, using numbers. So his first serve speed in the first set is very similar, but he is serving bigger second serves. Serving about 5 miles an hour bigger on the second serve. Now, maybe he feels that he needs to do that, but Sinner hasn't been really attacking his serve. Tien's has been, again, going for massive serves. Let me have a look at his ground stroke speed. Where are we? Yeah, so the first set, Tien's forehand average speed was 151 kilometers. It's a 146 in the second set, so it's gone down a bit, and same with his backhand's gone down a bit as well. And yeah, his RPMs have also gone down. But it's weird because I don't know if, like, again, injury or fatigue. I think it might be more fatigue. He did play a tough match a couple of days ago. That Fokina match was a big one, physically and emotionally, right? Because he came back from some match points and all that. What else has he played this week? Tien's played tough, close straight sets, then a 3-setter against Shelton, 3-set against Fokina. So maybe it is a bit of cramp as he doesn't attempt to run for that one, 5-1 Sinner. It does feel like he's run out of gas. 5-1. Sinner, 1 game away from the Zverev match. A mixture? Yeah, look, both things can be true. He can be playing poorly, and he can also be fatigued, and all of those things combined, right? By the way, Gibson wins the second set, 6-4. We're going 3. It's a quick 3-setter, by the way, as Noskova serves an ace, 15-love. Yeah, but I'll tell you, the first set, he got broken because he double faulted twice. He then had a really tough game at deuce to then get broken by Sinner. 6-1 was, again, it was a lot closer. There was a lot more. I want to know what the point total was with Tien in that first set. Because I feel like the point total was very close. Oh, no, Sinner, okay, maybe, actually, no, hang on. Here we go. Okay, it was 18-30. Okay, maybe not that close. Sinner was winning his points on serve pretty easily. He wasn't losing many points on serve, whereas Tien played a lot more long games on serve. 40-love here, Tien. Also, I think the second break came from a 40-love lead that Tien had. So, first set, 2 double faults gets broken, was up 40-love, gets broken, 6-1. This second set, even though it's closer by score, I feel like Sinner's been way better in the second set than Tien. Tien's just made so many more errors in the second set. Yeah, Tien has definitely dropped away in the second set. 4 winners, 14 errors from Tien. 9 forehand errors in the second set alone. Yeah, 26 errors for the match for Tien. 17 forehand errors. So that side has been tough. His backhand's been pretty good though, Tien. But his forehand has really not been there. And now Sinner is going to serve to play Zverev in the semi-final. 2 versus 4 clash. By the way, they're showing most time on court by players on the WTA this week, and it's Gibson with 9 hours on court because she played qualies obviously as well. Siniakova and Cartel also a lot of time on court. So Gibson, marathon woman, playing so many hours on court. All right. Here we go. It's 5-2. Sinner's going to serve the match. As Gibson hits a forehand winner. Oh no, did it miss? No, it was in. All right, 15 love. Nice shot from Gibson. We got Swiatek versus Svitolina coming up soon. As a forehand from Sinner into the back of the Tien. Sinner with a forehand up the line. Goes wide. Love 15. I mean, Tien did have a break chance at 1 love in this second set as well. So again, there have been moments. But the difference, I guess, with Fonseca, if we're going to compare the two, is that Fonseca, when he had those opportunities, he was able to get them against Sinner. You know, he had those break points to get back in the second. He did. He took them, right? The first set, he had those opportunities in the tiebreak. He didn't take the tiebreak, but he gave himself more chances than Tien has given himself today. And when he's had the chances, Fonseca took them. If we're going to compare them. All right, 15 all. Sinner serves again. Three points away for the Zverev match. Sinner serves a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Sinner. Down the line to the forehand of Tien. Sinner forehand again to the forehand of Tien. Off the tape. Into the forehand of Sinner. Tien with a lob. Sinner puts his hand up. He can't see the ball. Bounce forehand from the baseline. Goes into the backhand of Tien, who puts up another lob. He's like, oh, you don't like the sun? I'll blind you. Backhand goes into the forehand again of Tien. Down the middle of the forehand of Sinner. Off the tape from Sinner goes in the net. And Tien gets a 15-30. Sinner was going like this as he was running back for the smash. And then Tien puts up a second loopy lob. That was smart by Tien. He's like, oh, you don't like that? Okay, here, take this one. Oh, you don't like looking at the sun. All right. I don't think anybody does. If you do, you probably should stop. 15-40, by the way. Noskova to break early in the third. As Sinner serves. A fault. Second serve. All right, 15-30 here as we're serving now the backhand of Tien, but it's a double fault. 15-40. Tien's got a chance to get one of the breaks back. All right, it's a winner down the line from Noskova. And she gets the break in the final set, 2 love. All right, 15-40. Tien. All right, it's Sinner with an ace. 30-40. One save. 30-40. 30-40. Sinner serves again. Another good serve, but Tien gets his one. this one back into the forehand of Sinner. Tien backhand again to the forehand of Sinner. As they trade cross-court shots. Forehand to backhand. As Tien with a backhand goes down the line wide. It was an opportunity there for Tien. Definitely worth a shot. But it was a tough shot. And he missed it. Deuce. Sinner serves again. Goes in the backhand of Tien. Sinner comes in with a volley. And Tien with a pass. Shot goes long. Advantage Sinner to take his spot in the semis to take on Zverev in that semi-final. Straightforward. For Sinner, it hasn't been easy. At least the first set wasn't easy. But overall, straightforward. And he's played at a very high level, Sinner, throughout this match. Tien's had his moments, but the scoreboard doesn't give him any love. doesn't show on the scoreboard, but he did have some moments. He had opportunity. Return goes into the backhand of Sinner. Forehand out from Tien. Into the backhand of Sinner. Tien with a forehand. Down the line goes long. And Sinner gets the win. 1 and 2 as he shakes the fist. Oh, and he takes a deep breath. I reckon he's like, geez, I'm glad we got out of here because it's bloody hot. This could have been really tough if Sinner was playing against... Fonseca today would have been brutal in this weather. But I think Sinner might have been coming out here going, you know what? This guy could really work us, so we got to get out of here quickly because it's a hot day. I don't want to be standing out here in the heat that long. And he gets out of it in an hour. We don't need no Australian repeat. All right, straight sets, straight to the semis for Sinner. We'll go through some stats and then we'll merge the streams because Gibson's down 3-love final set. Noskova running away with it. Let me have a look. I just want to compare a little bit of what how Tien did the last time they played. Even though he won one more game last time, I just want to see, did he play better? Or was he playing about the same? I mean, he was at a better performance rating today. So by that metric, it feels like he was better. He didn't break Sinner. He had 2 break points against Sinner last time they played. Today he had more. So that's progress. 10 aces and 1 double fault for Sinner. 4 aces and 5 double faults for Tien. So the second serve, the double faults were, like I said, 2 in the first game of the match. Putting down a break early, couldn't recover. 12 winners, 29 errors from Tien, 18 on the forehand side. So the forehand was, the double faults on the forehand were the 2 things that Tien needs to improve. 17 winners, 16 errors from Sinner. Backhand was a little shaky. 6 unforced errors on the backhand. It got better in the second set, but in the first set, the backhand was a problem. His serve saved him. 10 aces on the serve. Only 7 ground stroke winners. Well, sorry, 6 ground stroke winners and a volley winner. So, it wasn't, the score line, again, Tien was making a lot more errors and Sinner wasn't blowing off the court as he was maybe the last time they played. Because last time they played, Sinner hit 9 forehand winners, a couple of backhands and a few volleys. It was a lot more dominant on the baseline side last time they played from Sinner, but 7.8 for Tien in his performance rating, which is above average, better than the first time they played. Sinner was at a 9.4, which is just phenomenal. I think he was at a 9.4. Did I say 9.4 against Fonseca, or was he slightly lower against Fonseca? Might have been slightly lower against Fonseca because Fonseca was playing crazy. Hey, what was he last match? Last match, he was at an 8.9. So, yeah, Sinner played a better match, obviously. Look at the score. 9.0 on the forehand. On the serve for Sinner today. 8.9 on the forehand. So, again, really, really strong on those sides. 8.4 on the backhand, though. It was, at first it was shaky, but it got better as Gibson gets a 40-15. Tien's backhand was decent. 9.2 shot quality. But yeah, like I said, the forehand let him down, and his serve, Tien. The serve and the forehand were the two big shots that unfortunately did not help Tien get the games needed to make Sinner sweat. All right. Also, we don't know if he got injured or if he had fatigue in that leg, but yeah, he was definitely dealing with some sort of a leg issue in that second set, which maybe forced him to go for too much on the serve and forehands. But yeah, Sinner's too good. He's going to play Zverev in a couple of days' time. Final score, Cam, you got a 10.0. Thank you. Yay. No, this commentary wasn't perfect. You can't nothing. But when I went to university, there was a teacher that never gave out perfect scores. He's like, no one is perfect. Nothing's perfect. He refused to give out 100%. He'd always give out 99, and then you knew that he meant 100. Oh, you gave me a 98, sir. All right. Well, I'm guessing that it was you're not going to give out 100 because you're stubborn, but nothing's perfect. I'd rate myself about a 7 and 7.4. Double headers are not my strong. I don't like doing double headers. All right, now Gibson is trying to fight back here, so jump on over if you want to watch. Continue to watch Gibson versus Noskova. Sorry, we haven't been focusing on that much. Obviously, Sinner versus Tien has been priority because of the expectation we have on these guys against one another. We do have Swiatek taking on Svitolina after this Gibson match, so make sure you jump on over if you want to keep up to date with that as well. But too good from Jannik Sinner. He gets it done in straight sets 1 and 2, and he's into the semis. He's going to take on Sasha Zverev, who beat Fils 2 and 3. So both these guys should be fit and fresh coming into the semi-final day on Saturday. Not tomorrow, Saturday. But yeah, Sinner gets a win, and he is into the semis again. All right. Let's see what if Gibson can come back here. Now that we're focusing on her, and she's Australian, we can see an Aussie comeback special, an Aussie comeback special. That's what That's why I'm here. That's why I want. That's what I want to see. I'm not going to yell and scream because I don't want to lose my voice. We've got a lot more tennis to go, but let's have it. I've signed up for the comeback. As Noskova puts up a lob, Gibson backhand, cross-court winner, love 30. Comeback has started, chat. We're the good luck charm. The comeback has started. Love 30. As I almost died. Love 30. All right. As Noskova serves the back into Gibson. Return goes out. 15-30. As Noskova serves again. As a return from Gibson goes out. 30 all. Big chance for Gibson here. Gotta get back on serve. As the return goes out by Gibson, it's 40-30. Serve again. As Noskova too strong. She keeps the break. 4-1 in the final set. Winner plays Sabalenka. Am I impressed by Gibson? Hell yeah. It's been so good. She's come out of nowhere. I mean, even I'm like, what the hell did this happen? Mind you, I don't watch Aussies because, I'm scared. But, yeah, Gibson, hell of an effort as a quali. Like we were saying yesterday, Indian Wells, Indian Wells is a big event. Like this is you do well here, the world notices, right? The world is watching. So yeah, coming from the qualies, she beat Brengle and Kalieva, who I haven't heard of before, in the qualies, and then to come through and beat Lee, Alexandrova, Towles, and Paolini, and then to push Noskova to 3. I mean, she's had a great week. Even if she does lose this match, it's been a hell of a week. And her ranking has gone to the top 100 for the first time. She's only 21, so she's just getting started. She joins, a bunch of Aussies in the top 100 now. She's gone to 67 in the world. 105 was her career high before this week, so that's a huge boost. Yeah, when I'm looking at Aussie players on the women's side, so she becomes the 3rd best Australian player behind Joint and Kazatkina. Then you've got Gibson, Birrell, and Tomanovic. Hon, Inglis, Jones, Preston are just outside the top 100. But yeah, phenomenal. I mean, 21 years old. Australia is going to be, it's what? At 9 o'clock in the morning. So unfortunately, it's not being shown on TV in Australia, or at least for free. But hey, Shubham.
What an absolute masterclass by Sinner. I was actually expecting a 6-for-6-3 kind of scoreline. Tien actually won one less game than the last time they played.
Yeah, thank you for the donation. Yeah, again, maybe I'm just too nice, but I feel like it was the score doesn't do justice to Tien. Tien was better than the score for the first set anyway. Yeah, I feel like the score line doesn't do it justice. I feel like it's harsh. The new donation voice should be there for good. What, you like the pirate noise, the pirate voice? What's going on, Pat? All right, Statman Pat in the house, by the way, chat. It's coming up 7 years, mate, since you joined the channel. 15-0. Yeah, the first set wasn't 6-1. It should have been 6-3. It should have been closer. The score was was unfair to Tien. Tien was better in that first set. The second set, yeah, okay, 6-2 was about accurate. Sinner was better, much better, and Tien definitely struggled. Yeah, but I don't think scoreboard alone is not an accurate depiction of that matchup. Yash!
CM, your prediction for Medvedev Vidrator.
I made a video. Go check out the video. I made a video about it because I make those videos so I don't have to repeat it. Go watch the video that I made about it. Thank you for the donation. I made a video. 40-15, by the way. I made a prediction video, literally, about it. 40-15 as Gibson holds. 4-2, Noskova, final set. All right. As Noskova serves. Gibson, 4-2. Noskova at 4-2. But Gibson did have a chance in the last game to try and get back on serve. Couldn't take it. So let's see if she gets an opportunity in this one. 4-2 final set. Now, Yash has been around for the channel for a while. I know Yash is not asking for betting advice, just asking out of curiosity. I did pick Medvedev to be, so save you watching the video, I guess. But I think Medi's going to win. I don't know how Draper's going to have enough in the tank after that really tough Djokovic match last night. 15-love. Noskova serves again. There's a bit of fault from Noskova. Second serve. There's a return. No, it's a double fault from Noskova. Okay. All right. 15-all. All right, 15-all. We're backing it from Gibson to win up. 15-30. All right, 15-30. Can Gibson get back on serve? As the return goes into the forehand of Noskova. Gibson forehand. Again to the forehand of Noskova. Into the forehand of Gibson on the stretch. Can't get it. Noskova too good. 30-all. As Noskova serves again. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Serving to the forehand of Gibson. Gibson in the net on the return. That's 40-30. That was a tough return. It was a tough to watch return. It was not a hard return. It's just a bad miss. All right, 40-30. Noskova to take the 5-2 lead, final set. As Noskova holds, good serving. Gibson's going to serve to stay in the match. All right, now after this, we have Svitolina versus Swiatek, which is going to be very, very interesting. Swiatek's been flawless this week. Svitolina has had a great season. It's the head-to-head doesn't feel like it's going to be close, but again, the way that Svitolina's played this year, definitely got to be a threat. At the very least, a threat. And the winner of that match will take on the winner of tonight's match between Rybakina and Pegula. All right, here we go. Gibson's going to serve to stay in the match. Do you think Rybakina will play while Swiatek is playing? No. I think no. I think Rybakina starts in 2 hours. Oh, maybe there might be a slight overlap. Maybe. 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 You bet your house on Pegula. Okay. I don't think that, sounds risky. All right, love 15. Nice return from Noskova. Gibson serves again. Return goes in the back into Gibson. Oh, did Gibson hit it wide? Yes. Oh, just wide. Love 30. As Gibson serves another fault. Second serve. Serving the backhand of Noskova. Backhand from Gibson. Into the backhand of Noskova. Up the line to the front of Gibson. Gibson in the net. All right, 40 love. Noskova with the match points to get to the semis and play Sabalenka in a couple of... well, actually, no, tomorrow. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Love 40. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Serving to the back end of Noska. Return goes to the front of Gibson as Noska forehand goes in for a winner. Noska was into the semis of Indian Wells. Man, great run for Noskova. Great run for Gibson. But it ends in 3 sets against Noskova. Now, Noskova has made it to the final rounds of a 1,000 before. So this isn't the first time she's here. But she has made a final in... last year, she made a final in Beijing. But it's her first Indian Wells semi-final. She lost to Anisimova last year in Beijing. So she has made it to the final rounds of these big tournaments before. But the first one here in Indian Wells... and obviously, we all know that Indian Wells is the biggest 1,000. So making it here, semi-finals of Indian Wells is a very big deal because all the best players play this tournament. So if you make it to the final 4, then you are considered one of the best 4 of the week. So yeah, huge result for Noskova. Also ranking-wise, she is closing in on top 10. Let me have a look at... where she's at. So she's currently right now number 13. If she wins against Sabalenka, she will be number 11. And if she wins the tournament, she will be in the top 10. So, yeah, she is slowly climbing up the rankings. She's only a couple of 100 points behind Andreeva at 10. So she is not far away at all. And if she beats Sabalenka, she will be number 11, career high ranking. So there's a lot on the line against Sabalenka in the next round. But great win for Noskova. Solid serving. Gibson didn't, Gibson did not put herself to shame. She played a solid match and went down in 3. And as a quality, that's a great effort. She beat a lot of good players this week. So Gibson's definitely on the radar for Aussie tennis fans now. But Noskova too good. Now, Swiatek versus Svitolina. That's coming up next. And it's going to be interesting because they have played a bunch of times. Swiatek's won all of them except for one. So a lot of effort needed for Svitolina. But let's see. I'm more interested to see how many people in the crowd show up to this match because if nobody shows up for this next match, you know that the ticket prices are too high and people don't want to sit out in the sun for $150 a pop. So then if that's, I think that's the ticket price. Maybe it's less. Maybe it's $80, $100. I don't know. Anyways, Australian dollars. It's a lot. Jump on over. We're going to see if Svitolina can get it done and get an upset over Swiatek, who loves playing here. But Noskova, she's going to take on Sabalenka in the semis tomorrow, because the ladies play tomorrow. On the men's side of things, it's Sinner versus Zverev up the top. But good win. Solid win. Noskova, she's into the semis. Beats Gibson in 3.